You guys thought it was over, but it's not. You guys thought the stream was done today, but it's not. You guys thought that you weren't going to get any more Age of Empires online today, but you are. Because guess what? We are getting Vindicator versus Crimson. So I'm going to get our players in here. And we are going to keep rocking and rolling. See, y'all thought it was over. You thought that you weren't getting any more Age of Empires today, but in fact you are. You thought we were done, but we're not. Let me know if the sound is okay. Hopefully it is. Let's get this title updated to title Cup of Beer for Crimson versus Vindicator. So Vindicator has already won one game out of the series. Vindicator's already won one game in the series, so so hopefully what happens right now is if the next players are ready,
welcome. Be well.
if the next players are ready after Crimson versus Vindicator, then we might be able to roll into the next matches and just knock out a ton of them today. We've already knocked out a ton, but sorry, my chair's creaking here, guys. Pretty cool news. Literally in the moments that we last saw each other, which was about 20 minutes ago, or like 30, 40 minutes ago, or whatever. In that time frame, a package was delivered to my door, and it had my new chair. I got one of those Arazi gaming racing chair type deals. Pretty cool. There's a website called Drop. It used to be called Mass Drop. They buy things in bulk and lowers the price. So got it on that. It was pretty cool. Pretty low price for it. They're normally like 300 something bucks, and I got it for like less than 200. So very, very cool indeed. But as it stands right now, I'm still stuck with my crickety old chair. My grandmother actually used to use this chair. And like the padding is no more, basically, after my fat butt has sat on it for so long. So, and her fat butt. God rest her soul. So anyway, I'm glad to have a new chair for sure. So, Crimson is in a match right now. We're just waiting on Crimson to finish up a ranked PvP match. And then Crimson will be joining the game. I do not exactly recall the map bans. So, this is going to kind of be a little... what should we say, a little sloppy here, and I apologize. It's just that we kind of throwing this together here, and so but Vindicator is going to be the Babylonians. We know that much, and I can't remember exactly what Crimson was, but I'll get his civ here in a moment. I want to say Arabia. Dang it, I wish I remembered. If I had the VOD already, I guess I could go back and watch the VOD, but it's too much work. But yeah, as you guys continue to roll into the stream, thanks for joining. Again, tricked you. You thought it was over for today, but it is not. It is not over for today. We still got some to go. Let me know how the volume on the mic is. In fact, I'm going to listen to myself real quick. It could be a little louder, actually, right? Check, check. Yeah, it could be a little louder. A little bit louder. Alright. Game 2 map is equal footing, Babylon versus... Okay. Alright, so I'm getting Crimson in the game here. He said... Shoot, I forgot what he just said. Hold on. See here, how's that? Check, check, 1, 2. How's that? Check, check, 1, 2. How's that? That sounds pretty good. Let's listen to it on the old phone. Check, check, 1, 2. That sounds pretty good. Sure. Sounds good enough.
Blessings upon you.
Do you see his face? He seems so tired and continues as never before. Thanks, mate. You are epic.
Lacalm donated $5. Thanks, Lacalm, for the $5. We're now up to $320 on the Roman release tournament. So very cool. Thanks, Lacalm, for the donation. Yeah, I am pretty tired, but hey, I love it. It's a ton of fun. Huge shout out to Lacalm for getting this organized. So let me throw up our bands real quick. We've got... Hold on. Watering hole. Okay, so game number 2 is going to be equal footing. We already had a match on another map that I do not remember. I want to say inland maybe, but I'm going to go ahead and throw up some bands real quick. We're about to play equal footing. No, we have watering hole still. think Vindicator banned Treasure Island and maybe Arabia. Oh shoot. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry guys. Oh my gosh. I'm falling apart. Watering hole. Arabia right here. And then something like this, I think, is what we saw. And then there we go. All right. So equal footing. We already. I want to say we played on inland or something like that, and then. But we're about to play on equal footing. Crimson is going to be the Celts. So we've got Celts versus Babylonians on equal footing. Are you ready? Game number 2 coming from Crimson Vindicator. Not Bandit Canyon. Equal footing. Crimson Vindicator. And my game crashes. The game has crashed. Just hang tight. Just hang tight. We're about to get in the game. We are about to get in the game. And it's going to be really good. Thankfully, I recently got a 1 terabyte solid state drive, and well, I had Age of Empires Online on a solid state before anyway, but I have pretty much all my games on a solid state now, folks. So my game loaded up back very quickly. Highly recommend solid state drive if you do not have one, because you can get back into your game very quickly. You can load it back very quickly. Crimson Vindicator, equal footing. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I think this might be it. Game has started, folks. We're into game number 2. Here we go. Game number 2. Crimson versus Vindicator. So, get your popcorn ready, as you have all day. I know you guys are getting tired of popcorn, but get it ready. Get it out. Because we're in game number 2. So let me see your popcorn. My main man Crimson is in the blue corner. The scrappy Vindicator is in the red corner. Crimson is on the Celts. Vindicator's on the Babylonians. Barracks coming down already. 4. Please, no more. No more what? You don't want any more of our love and affection, Weary? Are you wary of our love, Weary? So Vindicator's already got his barracks coming up here. He's got 2 villagers building that barracks. 1 villager building the barracks for Crimson, but Crimson's going to get his barracks up pretty much the exact same time as Vindicator is. Vindicator queues up several spearmen, so a lot of spearmen coming out there for Vindicator. Crimson's got his queued up as well. I believe the Celt spearman trains a little bit more quickly than the Babylonian spearman. Yeah, 1 second more quickly, so gonna see a pretty even lineup here. Crimson does spy this spearman coming across the map here, so he is going to see that spearman, and he's going to see that Vindicator is coming across the map with his spearman. So Vindicator grabbing some goats here. Got to get those goats. I got to get those goats, if you know what I mean. Crimson luckily does have his hunt kind of in the back of his base here. Although, 1 hunt. Slight advantage for Vindicator here. No, Vindicator has a significant advantage in terms of hunts. Should I call a restart? It's within the first 2 minutes. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Wow, do you think I should call a restart for this? Crimson doesn't really have a second hunt. Unless he hasn't... Well, he has one right here. It's just a little bit further away than Vindicator's. Vindicator has very solid, easy hunts there, so... I don't know. My brain is too dead to make a quick decision. No, let's not. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. We got to get this match done. We got to get this match done. So we're just gonna keep it as it is. So Crimson throwing down a storehouse on his stone here. So he's gonna get ready for age 2 here. He's not quite ready for age 2 in terms of food. He's got quite a few spearmen still queued up here. 5 spearmen to the now 9 of Crimson. So Crimson almost doubling Vindicator's spearmen here. Vindicator also not in age 2 yet, and he's not quite ready. He is ready now, though. So he is going to throw down that ziggurat pretty quickly there. Crimson may be served. Yeah, I was going to say he might be. He might benefit from gathering some more food here. He's now. Oh, well, he's only at 1. Yeah, that's going to... Gosh. We're just going to go with it. Yeah, that was unfortunate there for Crimson. Crimson did not have a good second hunt, but... Yeah, Caban thinks it's okay as well, so... Yeah, it'll be alright. Look at this. Crimson, the goat thief. Oh my goodness, Crimson, what are you doing stealing this man's goats? What an absolute madman. 3 goats stolen. 3 goats stolen. Incredible. Crimson is still in age 1. He's getting another house up here. And Crimson, he's adapting pretty well. He's kind of... He says, you know what? I've extended my age 1 as it is, so I'm going to go ahead and build a second barracks. So he's got his second barracks down. He is now gathering heavily from stone again. And he is about ready to go to age 2. So Crimson showing how strong of a player he is by being able to adapt on the run there. And he is still trying to pressure Vindicator very heavily here with his Spearman rush. He's still got more Spearmen streaming across the map. And he is now headed to age 2. But he's going to be able to continue this Spearman production if he so chooses. And yeah, these Spearmen are still giving Vindicator fits. So Vindicator trying to churn out some shield bearers here, but these shield bearers are still not going to be enough to deal with this Spearman push from Crimson. Those Celtic Spearmen are pretty powerful. Vindicator going for a nice town center in the back of his base here. It's on this hunt. It's protecting this tree line and this gold mine. So decent choice there from Vindicator. Crimson, let's see where he might choose to put his second town center. Perhaps right here on this gold mine. Perhaps right here on the western side of his base. Yeah, I was going to say perhaps on the western side of his base to look at this stone mine and berry bush here. So he does choose to go over here. Crimson, I'm going to kill you. Okay. Leave space. Berries are not as big of a deal because as this berry bush is depleted, then there will be space for these later berry bushes. So it's okay to build your storehouse or your gathering point right up on those berry bushes, but those stone mines and gold mines, you do want to leave space there so your villagers can cover the maximum surface area closest to the gathering point. Look at this. Those stolen goats have finally made their way to their new home. Crimson, again, the absolute mad lad. Absolute mad lad. Crimson is getting out some long swords now, so these long swords are going to be able to eat through these shield bearers, but how will Crimson answer the bowman? I imagine we will see an archer range from Crimson shortly. He is trying to get caught up in terms of his macro. He's a little bit behind in terms of villagers. Again, he dropped quite a few villagers when he was trying to transition to that second hunt, so he kind of dropped villagers because he didn't have food to continue producing villagers. And so he is a little bit behind now. Vindicator was able to get to age 2 more quickly. He was able to get that second town center up more quickly. And so Vindicator now has about 10 villager lead. And look at this. Vindicator stealing some goats. But look at that. Crimson's having none of it. Give me them goats, boy. You shall not steal my goats, he says. These goats are mine. Vindicator throwing down some gardens here around his town center. Again, as most Babylonian players do, they like to defend their gardens there. Throwing down a couple stables here, so we're going to see some Lancers coming out for Vindicator here shortly. Those Lancers will do quite nicely against the Celtic infantry. And he's also, again, still training several bowmen. Meanwhile, Crimson has not gotten his third military building up yet. He's building houses. He needs to get some more villagers on wood. He is streaming out some more spears, some more long swords, so he is going to be very well prepared. Actually, he's streaming mostly spearmen. He is still going to be very well prepared for these Lancers, but he has no answer to the bowman, really. So let's see what he can do here. He's going to be able to get onto the bowman a little bit, but yeah, let's see here. He's going to be able to eat through some some shield bearers, but he just doesn't have enough. These bowmen are going to be too much for him, so he's going to have to fall back here. Unfortunately, did lose most of his investment there, so that's very unfortunate for Crimson. Crimson lost his army investment there, and now again he's a little bit. He's playing from behind. Look, in addition to the villagers, he's still down by about 10 villagers, but he's He's down total by about 20 populations. So Crimson again playing from behind, and here comes the counter push from Vindicator. This is going to be dangerous if Crimson doesn't get this archer range up. He needs to get some more villagers on this archer range very, very quickly. It's going to be too little too late. That archer range may be denied. And honestly, this could be the game, this counter push here for Vindicator, because Crimson just has no answer to these bowmen. These bowmen can kite all day, and Crimson just is not going to have an answer for it. He's desperately trying to get this archer range up. He's really got to get some slingers onto the field in order to deal with this. But unfortunately, Crimson just had a sloppy start there. I do disagree. I think his hunt was a little bit more unfair than Vindicator's. I think Vindicator had a hunt here and a hunt here, very close to his town center, whereas and especially as the Babylonians, you've got your mobile storehouse, whereas the Celts have to build the storehouse, and his second hunt was significantly further away from the town center. So I do think that was ultimately very disadvantageous for Crimson, but and he did the best he could to try to transition and do what he could with that, but unfortunately it looks like for him Vindicator is just pressing the advantage very heavily here, and this is going to be very difficult for Crimson to be able to recover from. We've got kind of a backlog of wood here. He, no pun intended. He's low on wood. He's trying to get these archer ranges up, and yeah, he just couldn't get those archer ranges up in time to deal with those bowmen. So yeah, GG. GG. Growent88. Thanks for checking out the game, man. Age of Empires Online is available via Steam. Is this true? So you can still download the game on Steam. Growent, but you have to then download the Project Celeste launcher. And so the link is in the description below for our for the stream here. Check out the links. So yeah, download the Project Celeste launcher in the description below, and yeah, it's completely free to play, no microtransactions, so definitely check it out. I just dismissed the quest stats on accident. Sorry, guys. But we already know the story of the game here. Crimson was pretty much solidly behind in terms of macro. Crimson was behind in terms of getting to age 2. He kind of got stalled there on his villagers for food and was not able to continue producing villagers or spears there for a good solid at least 30 seconds to a minute, and had to transition to that second hunt, and then was very delayed in terms of getting to H2, getting that second town center up. He was not able to get these archer ranges up in time to be able to deal with these bowmen, so that he could get out slingers to deal with those bowmen. But yeah, well played there from Vindicator. Dealt with that early pressure from Crimson and then counter pushed at the perfect time. So well played and well earned there for Vindicator. Good game from both of those players. Thanks for the game.